अमरीकी संसद के हेठले सदन प्रतिनिधि सभा की स्पीकर नैन्सी पेलोसी ने एक ऐलान किया। नैन्सी ने मुताबक राष्ट्रपति डोनाल्ड ट्रंप विरुद्ध महादोष चलाने की जांच नूं अधिकारित कर लई वोटिंग नहीं कराएगी। दस दिए कि उन्होंने विरोधी धिर दे बहुमत प्राप्त डेमोक्रेटिक संसदां दे नाल इस मामले ते चर्चा तो बाद ऐलान किया। गौरतलब है कि व्हाइट हाउस ते रिपब्लिकन संसदां दे वाधे दबाव दे विच पेलोसी ने फैसला लिया है। उत्थे व्हाइट हाउस ते ट्रंप की रिपब्लिकन पार्टी के संसदां दा कहना है कि महादोष चलाउण लई चल रही जांच गैर कानूनी है क्योंकि जांच शुरू करने के मामले ते सदन विच रस्मी तौर पर वोटिंग नहीं करवाई गई।
I'll let the Speaker respond to that, but I think the Constitution is very clear. The House will have the sole power of impeachment, and there is no court that's going to find otherwise. And I think the Republicans know it, but they don't want to discuss the president's conduct. They would much rather discuss process because they can't defend the president's conduct. And every time they're asked, you see just how difficult, how indeed impossible it is to justify the unjustifiable.
As the distinguished chairman said, there's no requirement that we have a vote. And so at this time, we will not be having a vote. And I'm very pleased with the thoughtfulness of our caucus in terms of being supportive of the path that we are on in terms of fairness, in terms of seeking the truth, in terms of upholding the Constitution of the United States. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I can follow up on that.
Why? Because we're not here to call bluffs. We're here to find the truth, to uphold the Constitution of the United States. This is not a game for us. This is deadly serious. And we're on a path that is taking us to a path to truth and a timetable that respects our Constitution. I remind you that this news broke on September 17th, Constitution Day. Constitution Day, the day our Constitution was adopted in 1787. It broke that the president had violated his oath of office to protect, defend, and preserve the Constitution of the United States to the best of his ability. So we are honoring our responsibilities. We are honoring the Constitution. That's not what they're doing.
Are you concerned about them trying to?
I'm not concerned about anything. They can't, they have no substance. They can't defend the president, so they're going to process. We're not going there. Thank you all very much.
अमरीकी प्रतिनिधि मंडल ने हांगकांग च लोकतंत्र समर्थक प्रदर्शनकारियों की मंग वाले एक कानून नूं पास कर दिता है जिसका टीचा उस अर्ध खुदमुख्तियारी खेत्र च नागरिक अधिकारों की रक्षा करना। उत्थे ही इस कदम ते चीन ने सख्त प्रतिक्रिया दी है। गौरतलब है कि हांगकांग मनुखी अधिकार ते लोकतंत्र एक्ट नूं हुण सैनेट च पेश किया जाएगा जिथों पास होना यह कानून बन जाएगा। एक्ट नूं कांग्रेस च दोवें पार्टियों वालों समर्थन मिलिया है। जो दुर्लभ गल है, यह कानून हांगकांग अमरीका के विशेष वपारक दर्जे नूं खत्म कर देगा जद तक कि विदेश विभाग सालाना यह प्रमाणित नहीं कर दिंदा कि शहर के अधिकारी मनुखी अधिकारों ते कानून व्यवस्था का सम्मान कर रहे हैं।
So right now we're on the Protect Hong Kong Act as amended by Mr. McGovern, and I rise in support of that legislation and indeed the bills that are on the floor to support democratic freedom in Hong Kong. Mr. Speaker, for 4 months, the young people of Hong Kong have sent a stirring message to the world that the dreams of freedom, justice, and democracy can never be extinguished by injustice and intimidation. The extraordinary outpouring of courage from the people of Hong Kong stands in stark contrast to a cowardly government that refuses to respect the rule of law or live up to the one country, two systems framework, which was guaranteed more than 2 decades ago. In 1984, before the United Kingdom transferred Hong Kong to China, the Chinese government promised a high degree of autonomy for the territory in the Joint Declaration of the Question of Hong Kong, providing for an independent executive, legislature, and judiciary. Independent, ensuring the freedom of speech, press, assembly, and religion, prohibiting the central government, the Chinese government in Beijing, from interfering in the affairs that Hong Kong administers on its own according to the basic law. If America does not speak out for human rights in China because of commercial interest, then we lose all moral authority to speak out for human rights any place in the world.
Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed say no. In the opinion of the chair, 2/3 being in the affirmative, the rules are suspended, the resolution is agreed to, and without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table. Without objection, the title is amended. Bill H.R. 4270 as amended. Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed say no. In the opinion of the chair, two-thirds being in the affirmative, the rules are suspended, the bill is passed, and without objection, the motion reconsidered is laid on the table. Without objection, the title is amended.
This is standing up for ideals that people around the world are willing to die for. And it's this body that can send a strong message to the Chinese Communist Party, to Xi Jinping, that says we will not let liberties and freedom be taken away from people that have claimed that have known that all their life, and that should be honored by those that are trying to take it apart. And before they want to take it apart, I suggest Xi Jinping and the Communist Party try freedom and liberty. Try democracy for a while. You might like it.
ਅਮਰੀਕੀ ਪੁਲਾੜ ਏਜੰਸੀ ਨਾਸਾ ਨੇ ਅਗਲੀ ਪੀੜ੍ਹੀ ਦੇ ਸਪੇਸ ਸੂਟ ਦਾ ਉਦਘਾਟਨ ਕੀਤਾ। ਨਾਸਾ ਇਸ ਸੂਟ ਨੂੰ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਵਾਰ ਆਪਣੇ 2024 ਦੇ ਚੰਨ ਦੱਖਣੀ ਧਰੁਵ ਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਵਰਤੋਂ ਕਰੇਗਾ। ਉੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਨਾਸਾ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਰਕ ਜਿਮ ਬ੍ਰੇਡਨ ਚੰਨ ਦੀ ਖੋਜ ਲਈ ਡਿਜ਼ਾਈਨ ਕੀਤੇ ਗਏ ਮਹਿਲਾ ਅਤੇ ਪੁਰਸ਼ ਦੇ ਦੋ ਸਪੇਸ ਸੂਟ ਦੀ ਨਕਲ ਨੂੰ ਪੇਸ਼ ਕੀਤਾ। ਗੌਰਤਲਬ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਨਾਸਾ ਮੁਤਾਬਕ ਲਾਲ, ਸਫੇਦ ਅਤੇ ਨੀਲੇ ਰੰਗ ਦਾ ਇਹ ਸੂਟ ਦਬਾਅ ਕੱਪੜੇ ਅਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਜੀਵਨ ਬੈਕਅਪ ਨਾਲ ਬਣਾਇਆ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ। ਇਹ ਪੁਲਾੜ ਯਾਤਰੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਰੇਡੀਏਸ਼ਨ, ਵੱਧ ਤਾਪਮਾਨ ਅਤੇ ਮਾਈਕਰੋਜੋਡੀਅਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਚਾਏਗਾ। ਇਹ ਐਡਵਾਂਸ ਸੂਟ ਚੀਨ ਦੀ ਸਤਹ ਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਜਟਿਲ ਕੰਮਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪੂਰਾ ਕਰਨ ਦੇ ਸਮਰੱਥ ਬਣਾਉਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਗੌਰਤਲਬ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਨਾਸਾ 2024 ਤੱਕ ਚੰਨ ਤੇ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਮਹਿਲਾ ਤੇ ਅਗਲੇ ਪੁਰਸ਼ ਨੂੰ ਭੇਜਣ ਅਤੇ 2030 ਵਿੱਚ ਮੰਗਲ ਤੇ ਜਾਣ ਦੀ ਯੋਜਨਾ ਬਣਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ।
Welcome to the NASA headquarters. I am NASA Administrator Jim Bridenstine, and as everybody in this room is aware, we are going to the moon by 2024, and we want it to be sustainable. In other words, we're going to be able to stay at the moon for long periods of time by 2028, and we're going to have in orbit around the moon a gateway. In other words, a permanent and reusable command module around the moon for 15 years. Ultimately, the goal is this. We're going to Mars. And in order to go to Mars, we have to use the moon as a proving ground. We need to learn how to live and work on the surface of another world for long periods of time. And in order to do that, friends, we need spacesuits. The Artemis generation is now revealing its spacesuits for our generation. Let's take a look at the spacesuits of the Artemis generation. So to be clear, Christine is wearing a spacesuit that will fit all of our astronauts when we go to the moon. And it is also true that we have with Christine Amy Ross, who is a spacesuit engineer, and we have Dustin Gomert, who is wearing not a spacesuit that we're going to have on the surface of the moon, but on the way to the vicinity of the moon. So these are our spacesuits for the Artemis generation.